Okay, so if you've ever found yourself wishing two of your work apps could just talk to each other, you've probably run into Zapier, right? For years, it's been this amazing digital matchmaker. But here's the thing. The way we work has gotten way more complicated. Simple connections just don't cut it anymore. So let's get into it. We're going to look at how Zapier is transforming from the internet's digital glue into something more like an AI brain. Just think about your typical workday for a second. How much of your time is spent jumping between tabs? Clicking from your project manager over to your email, then from your spreadsheet back to your team chat. It's just a constant digital shuffle all day long. And the real problem here is that most of these incredible tools we use every single day, well, they don't really communicate with each other. They're all kind of operating in their own little bubbles, each one speaking its own unique digital language. It creates these invisible walls right in the middle of your workflow.
So, guess who gets stuck with the job of being the universal translator? Yep, you do. You're the one manually copying and pasting, downloading a file from one place just to upload it somewhere else, trying to keep everything in sync.
Look, this isn't the important stuff. It's not strategic, it's not creative, it's what we call digital busy work. All those repetitive, soul-crushing tasks that just eat up your time and your focus. And that is the exact problem Zapier was created to solve. So to really get where Zapier's headed, we have to start with where it began. We've got to look at the problem it was first built to fix, this massive app overload problem. The original solution was this beautifully simple idea called a zap. It's basically an if this, then that command. So for example, if you get a new submission in a Google form, that's your trigger, then automatically a new email draft is created in Gmail. Just like that. No more manually typing things out. It's a perfect automated handoff. And this is what made Zapier famous. It became the digital glue of the internet, connecting this absolutely mind-boggling ecosystem of over 7,000 different apps. And the real magic? Anyone could build these automations, these zaps, without having to write a single line of code. But just moving data from point A to point B, well, that wasn't going to be enough for the complex work we do today. Automation needed a serious upgrade. It needed to get a brain. I mean, think about it. What do you do with tasks that aren't just repetitive? The kind of work that requires you to analyze customer feedback, or reason through what the next best step is, or even create totally new content from scratch. Your classic automation just hits a brick wall right there. And this is really the key difference. Classic automation is like a robot on an assembly line. It follows a strict set of rules, and it does it perfectly every single time. But AI automation? That's like giving that robot the ability to learn, to adapt its process when something new comes along, and to actually make smart decisions all by itself. So how did Zapier pull this off? Well, they built a whole new set of tools designed to put that intelligence right into your workflows. Let's take a look at Zapier's AI Toolkit. First up, you can now pop an AI step right inside any of your existing zaps. This means you can tap into heavy hitters like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. So a new lead comes in, boom, have AI go analyze their website. A customer leaves a review, let AI figure out the sentiment. It's all about adding a moment of thinking right in the middle of the automated doing. Then you've got Zapier Agents. Now, this is a huge leap forward. Think of these like AI teammates that you can train to work completely on their own. You can give an agent access to your internal knowledge, your Google Docs, your Notion pages, and then just assign it complex, ongoing jobs, like researching a list of potential clients while you're focused on something else. And for dealing with the outside world, there are Zapier Chatbots. Seriously, in just a few minutes, you can build an AI chatbot and train it on your company's own data. It can sit on your website answering customer questions 24/7, capture new leads, and even kick off other zaps based on the conversation. It creates this whole interactive and automated experience. Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing in theory, but what does it actually look like when companies use it? Let's dig into some of the real-world results. All right, check this out. Take the SaaS company Vendasta. They used AI automation and managed to recover a staggering $1 million in revenue. $1 million. And what about speed? For the sales tech company Vendavo, AI cut their lead response time by 90%. That means they're getting to potential customers way faster than the competition. And it's not just about the money, it's about time. One insurance company automated over 34,000 hours of work in a single year. Think about that. That's time they just handed back to their team.
You really see the impact everywhere. You've got IT companies like Remote saving $500,000 a year, real estate firms boosting their recruiting numbers, nonprofits getting back weeks of manual work, and service businesses booking over $100 million in revenue. Intelligent automation is proving to be a total game changer, no matter what industry you're in.
So the potential here is obviously huge. But to really understand the whole story, we need to zoom out and look at the big picture. What makes Zapier so strong, but also where its limits are right now. Zapier's greatest strengths are still that colossal ecosystem of integrations and its super user-friendly no-code setup. But let's be real, it isn't a silver bullet. It has some pretty hard limits on how many tasks it can run at once, which means it might not be the right fit for massive enterprise needs. And even though its AI tools are really powerful, they don't yet have some of these super advanced features, like long-term memory or fully autonomous thinking, that you might find in some of those specialized developer-first AI platforms. But for millions of businesses out there, the goal isn't to build some hyper-complex enterprise AI beast. I love this quote from Jason Alvarez-Cohn, the CEO of Popl. He says, "It's not just about doing more, it's about doing it better, faster, and with fewer resources. It's about making your team more powerful, not trying to replace them." So here's the bottom line. We're shifting from an era of just connecting our apps to an era of actually collaborating with intelligent systems. And that leaves all of us with a really fascinating question to think about. When you look at your own work, at all that digital busy work you do day in and day out, what part of your job could an AI teammate do for you?